jumping straight into the action today because, well, we have no choice. We were not planning to film when we left Dawson City this morning bright and early for our, what was supposed to be long, boring, rainy drive day to Whitehorse. But all of a sudden, I looked in my side view mirror and noticed that something didn't look quite right with the RV.
And that rear axle, I don't even know.
Oh man, I see it.
Bad day. I don't want to look.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
What happened?
I have no idea.
It's so, did we break a leaf spring?
Probably.
I think that's what happened. Dang, we just talked about this. I looked under there and I can't tell what's wrong with it, which means it's almost worse, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Are you gonna look under it? You just don't even want to look.
I don't want to look. I don't want to get wet. There's nothing I can do about a broken component. I'm thinking, I back up and pull down this road a little bit. I think let me do that.
Oh man, that does not look good. That back tire on the passenger side is just not even with the other tire. We weren't even supposed to be filming today, but obviously you guys are gonna want to see this. How did it, we were like on the way back. What are you doing? Getting your yoga mat? Not really sure when it happened. I mean, obviously sometime in the last like maybe hour or two, but I just looked in the side mirror and I could see way too much of the RV. Like it looked like it was coming behind us at a weird angle. And then we realized something was wrong. But what's wrong? That's the question.
My shoes are coming off.
Well, that's what you get for wearing flip-flops. Nobody feels sorry for you in your shoe situation. Maybe they feel sorry for us on our axle.
Dang.
What?
So I think our axle is bent. And then also, I think the U-bolts that hold the axle to the leaf spring has slid back. Like this is supposed to be...
Oh, it's supposed to be in the center.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can... It's like... Yeah, but how? And I wonder if we just slide it forward, is the actual axle bent, or is that what's causing the whole thing to be off kilter?
Are we trying to go Whitehorse?
Whitehorse will have some services, but are we gonna make it all the way there? We're about to trash our tires.
Well, don't know what else to do. There ain't nothing here. We're in the middle of nowhere right now. Go to Alaska. You gotta go to Alaska with all the RVs.
We made it to Alaska and out of Alaska. It was just getting back. It's just getting back that apparently was the problem.
Everybody said to take the leaf spring with you. What about an axle? Why didn't anybody tell me to take an axle?
Oh gosh. And to be clear, it was not the top of the world highway that did it, because I know last week we were like, top of the world highway, we loved it, blah blah. But and we did, but really it was the roads once you get past Dawson City continuing on towards like Whitehorse and stuff. They got pretty gnarly and were not marked super well. So in terms of marked on where the bad dips and divots were. So I know we did hit a couple harder than we would have liked to. And I'm guessing that is the problem here. I wonder if it was that one big one. Oh. So it looks like, well, not it looks like, but it is the tire. It's like so jutted out that it's now rubbing on this fender.
Couldn't take it off and rivet it on.
We could clip. I mean, we can try to clip it, like cut it, or just drive with it, but I just, like, I don't want it to rip it off and mess more stuff up. I wonder if we can just cut it, like, right there. You wouldn't really even see it, kind of the part that turns up. think we have like over 100 miles to Whitehorse, but we're gonna try to limp it to Whitehorse and hopefully be able to find somebody to help us fix it there. I'm sure we're about to trash that back tire because it's or both back tires because it's not in alignment. Maybe all the tires, I don't know. But we gotta get back out onto this road and then get going. I didn't even do my makeup or anything today because we weren't supposed to be filming. It was supposed to be just a long, boring drive day. That's what we get. I don't think we're allowed to not film. As soon as we don't film, something crazy happens.
No, this is the worst situation too because we're way out in the middle of nowhere and hopefully we can find the right axle in Whitehorse. Oh my goodness.
I feel like everybody's probably yelling at us like, no, don't keep driving on it. You're gonna mess it up worse.
There ain't even anywhere to park it.
No.
And really the only thing that can get worse is the axle that's already gonna have to be completely replaced.
We just gotta, I guess, watch and make sure it doesn't like blow a tire or, I don't know. I thought it was about to be a broken leaf spring and I was like, oh my gosh, after we just talked about how everything was beefier. Everything held together, it's just not in the right places.
I kinda wish it was a leaf spring.
I know,
now.
that would have been easier. That would have been easier.
Dang it.
We did have a good Samaritan stop on the side of the road when we were stopped there with the RV to ask us if we were okay, and we told them we'd figure it out. We're like, you got the tools to bend an axle back? And we were like, no, but we have Starlink at least. And they were like, oh, okay. And I just wanted to say that I do think Starlink, I mean, in my opinion, Starlink is a necessity if you're gonna make the drive up to Alaska, because we have spent the past like 48 hours with 0 cell service.
Yeah,
and
none.
If you did have an emergency, if you needed to contact somebody, the only way you'd be able to do it is with Starlink. So I do think you need Starlink, and it does give a lot of extra peace of mind knowing that, okay, if we do break down here, we can call somebody, call a tow truck. It'll be a expensive as heck bill, but we could call somebody.
Yeah, I think there was a couple frost thieves that snuck up on me with it raining and everything. What it was is we had a really long stretch of just good road, and I was taking advantage of that, and then a frost thief out of nowhere, and it got me. I think that's the one that did it, but I'm gonna try and limp it for another 130 miles at 40 miles an hour and hopefully make it to Whitehorse.
So no matter how good you think the road is, here's another tip. Just keep going slow. Just keep going very slow. Hold off. Gonna do a quick check.
Make sure it still looks like it did one, I don't know, 50 miles ago.
Just make sure it's still broke.
Yeah.
I don't know, who knows? Maybe it fixed itself. This is rubbing up against a little bit, I think, but not much.
What?
I think it's rubbing up against it a little bit, but not a lot. Like, it's not too bad. It's not bending it out or anything.
Not much we can do with it. If it rubs this little edge flat, then we'll get something.
Nothing's like broke, but there's these big gaps in the leaf springs. You can see that it definitely should not be there. You want to go see the view? 5 Finger Rapid. Oh, actually, that's kind of pretty. Okay, onward to Whitehorse. This tire has moved so much that I can't even fit this back wheel chuck in there with this thing. It's not good. Is not good. Look at this space. Look how big of a space there is. Oh man. Hey, sorry for interrupting. It's a wiser hindsight is 2020 Victoria here from the future. So after this whole situation, we decided to sit down with our partner eTrailer and put together an Alaska prep list for you guys. We looked back over the summer and thought through all of the things that we think you should consider upgrading or bringing extra of with you if you're considering doing a trip to Alaska, or just one like it where you're going to be doing a lot of miles or driving on some not so great roads. So visit the link in the description or scan this QR code to see our list of recommendations with links to the products. And if there's any part that you're not sure what size or type you need for your rig, just press the chat button on eTrailer and their product specialist will be able to help you figure it out much easier than you will be able to Google it. And if you want me to just email you the list for safekeeping, there's a link in the description where you can enter your email and I will send it your way. Okay, now back to the problem at hand.
All right, so we made it to our RV park we was coming to. I think we ended up towing about 200 miles with the axle messed up. It worked out. I went really slow. I think every single car in the world passed me, but we made it. And when we got here, we met a couple of people that watched us, and Alan went under the RV and looked at my axle, and now I'm thinking that maybe the axle's not bent. Maybe it's just slid on the leaf springs, because the U-bolts are attached to the axles and then they wrap around the leaf springs, and they could have just slid back when we hit a frost heave or a pothole, whatever it was. So I'm hoping I can get under there, adjust it all back, get it pretty perfect, and then potentially have a tech come look at it, make sure it's all lined up good, and that or replace the leaf springs. I don't know. We'll follow up with all that tomorrow, but that's it for today.
Good morning. We have been blessed with some pretty good weather, which thank goodness, because obviously we've got to do some work on the RV, but we did. I have to say, Whitehorse is really nice, isn't it? We went and we did a little run this morning before Craig has to get to work. We worked out before working.
Went ahead and exhausted my arms and legs for this job.
But there was like a nice little trail along the river.
Whitehorse will make you
Yukon
feel like you're in a nice little, but I feel like we're still in the middle of nowhere.
We're still in the middle of nowhere.
Whitehorse is nice.
Yeah. Population of like 28,000. It's like a real town, real city. So anyways, enough about Whitehorse. What do we got going on here today?
So it's U-bolts that connect the leaf pack to the axle, and they definitely have slid back on the leaf springs, so which has caused the whole axle to move back. The only concern really, I think I can straighten it all up. I just got to loosen these U-bolts and then slide it forward and tighten everything down to the right torque specs and all that. I think that will be fine. I'm not too worried about all that. It's pretty simple stuff. But the only concern I really have is the bends that were created in this leaf pack from it shifting. I got to get these guys loosened up, which is about to be a pain. I'm going to...
Does it look like the leaf pack on the other side slid or not? I kind of feel like not.
I think it's like twisted a little bit, possibly, but I'm hoping nothing terrible. Also, so we can see like this, it does not look like there's a bad bend or anything in it from this angle, now that we can look straight on.
Yeah.
So I think we should be fine.
Yeah.
We'll also want to inspect this tire before we put it back on, make sure there's no gouges in it or anything like that. But let's get that guy taken off or loosened.
I just want to point out that Craig copied me. I got dressed first and I went with all black because we're working outside. And look what Craig's wearing. Also all black and gray.
Gray.
Well, mine's gray and black. Look at me. All gray and black. He just wanted to match me. How sweet.
Nope. That's too big. Could be a 21. Taking 18. Might not have got one big enough, actually. We'll take both of these on this guy. See what we can do. There's so much pressure I'm putting on it. It makes me nervous. I don't want to bust my knuckles. Dang.
What? Okay, took a little bit more pressure off, hopefully.
That's where it's supposed to go right there. That's how far back it slid.
Oh yeah, you can see like
Dang.
the line right here.
That's 4 to 5 inches it slid back. That's pretty
Well,
bad.
at least you know. Oh, and there's the. Is that bolt hole supposed to line up with that?
Well, that one, I imagine. We could probably look at the front one and see if it's like that.
Oh, there's something that's supposed to be in there.
Really? It's like a pin or something?
Yeah.
That's not
I wonder
great.
if that popped out and that's why it slid.
Dang.
Interesting.
That means that one over there looks like it's still in it. Yeah, it's still in it.
So it's still in place. Okay.
Oh, and if y'all were wondering why we're not using power tools, I'm trying to be as quiet and discreet as possible. Apparently, you're not supposed to work on your stuff here, but and don't do it if you know, follow the rules. However, I don't have too many options right now, and I'm sure if we talk to them, they'd probably understand.
We're just gonna be as quiet as possible at the meantime.
Oh, it's finally getting looser.
Did you say we're gonna replace the whole leaf spring pack?
I think so. It's too bent, I think too warped and everything. It's putting tension on the bolts in weird ways and stuff, so it's just too messed up, I think. I don't want to chance it. That's what I was fighting with. Oh, it was bent.
Oh.
That's why I messed up.
Definitely need to do one of these.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's lower this. Oh.
Those leaf springs.
Oh, they're terrible. Oh, it did break.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see it. Oh, there's a piece of the bolt.
I know.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the leaf spring broke. There it is. It just sheared off, I guess. There was a bolt in here.
Mm-hmm. This one out. And then loosen that one. Oh, it should be good.
Okay. Oh, we got.
I got it.
What are you doing?
I thought it was gonna be a lot harder.
There we go.
There we go. What time is it?
You got a dirt mustache. It is 3:49.
And that goes at what time?
4:30. So
4:30? Let's go. The goal is to try and get to this RV repair shop that has like trailer suspension parts and all that before they close, which is at 4:30, and it's 3:54 right now.
Okay.
Turn right, then turn left. Destination is on the left.
I think we made it, guys.
Nice. Hopefully they didn't close early.
So what did it end up being? It's interesting, and I'll tell you in just a second. It ended up being $355 and some change Canadian. I don't know how much that is for us US people. Maybe we'll put it on the screen somewhere right here. But we have a 7-spring leaf pack, and they were just saying that it's super uncommon, that this is the first year that they've really started seeing them in the RV industry. Usually when it's a 7-spring leaf pack, you're in like more heavy duty things. Yeah, and it's unusual, and they didn't even have any in stock. So now I'm taking 2 6-spring leaf packs. So I had to pay for 2, but they're gonna take a spring out of one of them and put in the other one and make it a 7-spring. So that's real interesting. But I questioned the whole thing, and he was like, it's not gonna make it. The amount of difference it will make is so small that it just will not matter. But we don't really have too much of an option right now, so that's what we're doing. And I was like, if I do the 7, will I ever need, when I get back to Florida, will I need to change it or anything? And it was like, I wouldn't. And then I was like, I'll just wait till something breaks in. So, like,
Interesting.
Yeah. But so it should work out pretty fine.
Okay. That's why it's so expensive then.
Yeah, it would have only been like $200 max for everything.
So maybe we should have brought an extra leaf spring. Should have ordered one off e-trailer and had it in our
Dang,
truck.
they did say that, huh? Taking extra leaf spring. Anyways, roll the window up. You're getting the truck wet.
I was waiting for you to bring me the keys.
What the world? How long has it just been raining in here?
I've just been waiting.
All right. We got everything.
Did you get the center bolt thing?
Yeah, it's already in it.
Oh, nice.
So we got everything. All we gotta do now is put that together. It looked good. It's nice. It's all like nicely coated in black and looks all new and stuff. I give it 5 miles. My elbow hurts. You know it sinks when you get a bunch of new parts. All them parts have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Oh. So I'm trying to put the axle as close as I can to where it goes. Then when I put my thing in, there's a hole here and everything should line up good with the leaf spring.
There we go.
U-bolts. Nut pinched side out. Now I gotta figure out what the torque specs are for all these bolts and hangers and everything and nuts and torque them down.
There you go.
Now just to put the tire on and we're all done.
How does it look like it's bent or anything? Now that it's all straightened back out?
I don't think so. We'll be able to see when we bring that in though. It looks like it's gonna be normal.
Nice. All right, well, I think success. That was actually not as bad as we thought it was gonna be, if that's actually all that was wrong. We've got a travel day coming up. We're gonna take you guys along and we'll stop every so often to check out the tire and see how things go. Our next travel day of still many, many more on our way back to the lower 48 is here. We're pulling in the slides, about to check out the handiwork of Craig in this tire situation. So what do you think? How's it look?
Well, it looks a lot better lined up with the fender now.
It does. I mean, I think it looks normal, huh?
Yeah, can't even tell that I had to cut the fender.
That is nice. You can't see that cut part, so.
Hopefully it rides right, nothing moves wrong. Everything goes great. I hope. We'll see. I did go and tighten up and check the torque on all the other U-bolts. All of them needed to be tightened down a little bit, but it seems like it should be good now. I may have like a tech come out and just look at everything once we get back to the lower 48 somewhere, just to double check everything. How many miles we going today?
4.5 hours.
So the plan when we get to where we're going is to check the U-bolts again and torque them back down if they've loosened up or anything.
This has never been a strong suit of mine, and I don't understand because it seems like such a simple concept.
I don't know what you got going on.
I don't know what I got going on either. Here we go. It definitely looks like it's pulling a lot more straight. When I look in the side view mirror, it's no longer being pulled like this behind us. So it looks, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on it, but this guy can just fix anything.
Well, that's still to be determined right now.
Well, I don't know. I think you did pretty good. It's handy to have a Craig around when you live in an RV.
Craig wasn't around, it would have never happened.
That's because we wouldn't have been here.
Hey, I don't know. You gotta look at both sides.
Listen, I'm happy to have a Craig around, and so is Maverick, aren't you? He was looking at us today like, we're going in the truck again? Again? Yes, again. We've been driving for about an hour and a half, gonna get out, check things out. We think everything looks good, but just keeping an eye on it. check on the handiwork here. All still attached.
So I'm gonna check the torque on the U-bolt that I put on, make sure it's not loosened up any. Dang, the mosquitoes, what world? And hopefully we're still good. They seemed like they could have been a little loose, but maybe not. Maybe just needed to be tightened after everything's kind of adjusted and everything with us moving, but it seems good so far. I do think the RV is still not tracking behind us completely right, so we'll have to get all that checked out at some point.
Fortunately, it's been an uneventful drive, no issues, and we should be arriving at our roadside pullout in approximately 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
You ready to be done driving for today?
Yes.
We even got bathrooms and trash cans.
Wow.
Well, there's a sign that says no camping. I had seen this pullout on Google Maps and it looks like a really nice big pullout, but some pullouts are fine to stay at and some are established like rest areas, which they say, ow, you're not supposed to camp at. Why'd you do that?
It's Maverick's fault.
So instead, we've decided we're just gonna drive to Watson Lake and stay at an RV park there. All right, he said to pick 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 sites, whatever one we want.
Why does it smell like fried chicken, but like a grocery store's fried chicken?
Because there's a grocery store in there and they probably have fried chicken. It cost about 47 Canadian a night. It is full hookup, so that's not bad. US dollars, I'll put it on the screen, but I'm guessing that's about just under $40 a night, I think. We are so glad that everything seems to be good with the axle and the tire and the leaf spring. I think it will definitely get us back to the lower 48, although probably shouldn't have said that. I just take it back. Anyways, we're looking good though. Don't forget to check out our Alaska prep checklist that we did in partnership with eTrailer. Because yeah, leaf springs are on it. I'll go ahead and let you know that, but you can scan this QR code to see everything else that we think you should probably bring or maybe upgrade before coming to Alaska. But we've got many miles ahead of us to get back to the lower 48, and next week, we'll be doing something that you might be calling us crazy for. We have a bit of a challenge, so hit that subscribe button and we will see you guys next week. Thank you again so much for watching and joining us as we are on this crazy adventure. That was one of your sneezes.
Copycat.